Hello and welcome into LMU Community TV News. I'm Adam Haley and thank you for being with us. A sport management program is a concentration that provides a very difficult curriculum for understanding management principles of professionals in the world of sport. To tell us more about the program, we sat down with Dr. James Hurley, Dean of the School of Business at Lincoln Memorial University, and here's what he told us about the newest addition to academics here on campus.
The program is sport management, and a lot of people, so we want to make sure we start off right and call it sport management, because I always call it sports management because it's so many different sports. And so it's sport management, and it will be at the undergraduate, graduate, and professional level. And we have hired a fabulous professor to direct the program, Dr. Reggie Overton from the American Sports Academy. And Dr. Overton's job will be he has now created the program, he's developed the curriculum, we've submitted to SACS, board approval, everything's approved, and now we're ready to move forward in the undergrad and the MBA, at the undergraduate and MBA level. So basically what sport management is, it's for those students that want to stay in sport, that want to continue a career around sports. For example, a lot of our student athletes, when they graduate, they still want to remain involved in the sport that they love so much. And even though some of them may not be able to have the opportunity to go on and play professionally, they want to coach, or they want to become an athletic director or a Parks and Rec director, or YMCA director, all those things. And so the sport management degree is really that degree that those employers are looking to hire. So a lot of our student athletes obviously are really excited about the program, but this isn't just for student athletes, I'm sorry. This is for anyone that has a love for recreation or a love for sport, and you don't have to be an athlete to degree in sport management.
Okay. Academic coursework and experimental learning opportunities within the program will prepare students for a variety of possible career paths that include sports marketing, management of professional, collegiate, or amateur sport organizations, sport public relations, and event management. Now tune in on Monday when we'll be speaking with Dr. Hurley about the master's degree in sports management. Medical students at Lincoln Memorial University's DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine are helping raise awareness for the American Heart Association. Osteopathic medical students and physician assistant students gathered in the shape of a heart on the hill in front of LMU-DCOM to promote American Heart Month. Throughout February, students will be hosting several events in the area to raise awareness of the importance of maintaining a healthy heart. DCOM is an authorized training center for the American Heart Association. Last Friday, students were at the new Tazewell Walmart performing wellness checks that include screenings for body mass index and blood pressure.
So we're here at Walmart today doing blood pressure check screenings and wellness visits or wellness care for the community. It gives our students the opportunity to really get involved with the community, gives them exposure to patient care. They really see how important it is to do basic things like checking your blood pressure, checking your weight, and it's just a great learning opportunity for them. This is the first event that I've been here with them, but we are working on doing more events with Walmart and other places like Food City, just to get more of the community involved, let them know about our clinic, and give them information about healthcare events we're doing at the school. We have CPR classes and information for the community to take home.
We are celebrating American Heart Month, which is February, and we are here at Walmart New Tazewell engaging people in education about heart disease, and we're providing free blood pressure checks and BMI checks. So this is a really great opportunity to kind of get in front of people, talk about the dangers of heart disease and what they can do about it, because it is the leading preventable cause of death in the United States. And Claiborne County and the surrounding areas, we have higher than average incidence for heart disease, and so we're kind of doing our part to increase the awareness here in this area. Osteopathic medicine, one of our tenets, is really about patient education and prevention, and we've found that the more people know about their health risks, the earlier they come to the physician, have a meaningful conversation about that, then healthier outcomes can come out of it. So that's why we're here, giving them an opportunity to explore their heart health risk and follow up with their PCP or whomever they see for their care.
The student-led DCOM Community Wellness Program will join with the American Heart Association Training Center to teach students CPR in various schools throughout Claiborne County. The program, which has been active since October 2015, has trained and certified over 250 area students at Claiborne and Cumberland Gap High Schools in CPR. LMU students, faculty, and staff all came out to attend a night of live entertainment at the 3rd annual LMU DCOM Talent Show 1 week ago. The talent show is hosted by the Student Osteopathic Medical Association. With that being said, the event took place at 6:30 inside of Duke Hall in the Salmon Sue Morris Performing Arts Center. The proceeds from the event will go toward multiple community service events such as the mobile food pantry and the Heart to Heart program at Middlesboro Elementary School. Friday's SOAR Executive Board meeting was the first with Governor Matt Bevin as co-chair. Board members heard from leaders across the Commonwealth on efforts to shape our Appalachian region. Governor Bevin told board members and people in attendance he is committed to the vision of SOAR, saying his budget fully supports the initiative. Bevin's budget is a sticking point for House Democrats. Bevin is committed to cuts despite predictions from state economists that say Kentucky will have an extra $900 million over the next 2 years. Several Eastern Kentucky judge executives appeared Friday to voice support for a bill that would send more coal severance money back to coal-producing counties.
Is part of the SOAR committee, and we were talking during our conference while we've been gone, and he was talking about doing a motion for a resolution for the legislatures to give more of our coal severance money back to the counties. And so we decided that the more support he had here to come up here, so there's several county judges here, a lot of Masters Physical Court members here that are here to support him, because we're at a time now that we are desperate to have more of our coal severance tax money back because of the way it's cut. It's, when you're down anywhere 50, 60, 70% of your income that comes into your county budgets, we have to do something. So we're hoping for a resolution today from the SOAR committee to the legislatures and the governor for more coal severance coming back to our counties.
The board heard from leaders in academia, medicine, technology, and other fields who shared their vision for Eastern Kentucky's future. Congressman Hal Rogers called the meeting one of the most productive in SOAR's history. Governor Bevin also said on Friday he wants to downsize a proposed 3,400-mile fiber optic network meant to make high-speed internet possible throughout the state. Now, coming up after the break, we'll have the latest pet of the week and your sports updates. So keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
I come from a big family. I'm the oldest of 6. To me, being the first person to go to college, it's like setting a standard, My little brother is 8 years old now. I challenge his curiosity. I challenge him to dream. I have to paint a picture for him that he can look up to and live up to and possibly be better than. My name is Jaquez, and I am your dividend.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. In that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
You can change my life. Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
The Lincoln Memorial University School of Business is offering free tax preparation services through the Internal Revenue Service Income Tax Assistance Program. Students in the School of Business will be preparing taxes under the supervision and guidance of Assistant Professor of Business Roger Holt, who is a retired IRS employee. They are offering the services on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. The assistance will be available through the IRS tax deadline on Monday, April 18, 2016. Holt and his students have been trained on the IRS tax software and are certified to e-file returns. The services are available for the very basic returns, including state income tax reporting. A temporary office is set up in room 117 of the Business and Education Building on the main campus. Services are available on a first-come, first-served basis for individuals or families with income below $54,000. No appointments are necessary. Filers should bring proof of identification, tax documents including wage and earning statements from all employers. That does include W-2s and 1099 forms, Social Security cards for household, interest statements, health insurance statements, and a copy of last year's federal and state returns if they are available. Now, for more information, you can contact Holt at 423-869-6699 or 423-737-2828. The National Council of State Boards of Nursing released in January that the class of 2015 Bachelor of Science in Nursing at the Kaler School of Nursing earned the highest pass rate of any nursing school degree in East Tennessee. Students in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program at LMU received a 96.39% pass rate on the National Council Licensure Examination for registered nurses, far exceeding the national average of 84.51% and the Tennessee average of 88.95%. Tennessee students in LMU's Associate of Science in Nursing program earned a 92.11% pass rate, also exceeding the national average of 82% for ASN students taking the NCLEX RN. The NCLEX RN exam tests knowledge, skills, abilities, and competencies essential to being a practicing nurse. It is the licensing exam for registered nurses. Nursing is the largest undergraduate major at LMU. Enrollment in the CSON has increased exponentially in the last few years as new programs and concentrations have been added. The CSON offers a variety of degree options to meet nurses' career goals, and you can log on to LMU's website, www.lmunet.edu, to see that complete list. Last fall, LMU Community TV and the Claiborne Animal Shelter joined forces to bring you the Pet of the Week segment. Each week we have new pets from the Claiborne Animal Shelter to show off and hope that we can find their forever family and home. These furry faces are available for adoption at the animal shelter. So let's introduce you to this week's Pet of the Week, followed by your sports update.
Today, Liza from the Claiborne Animal Shelter has brought with her Brandy. So tell us a little bit about Brandy.
Well, Brandy is about a year old,
okay,
and she's house trained, and she's spayed, and right now she's really nervous.
Yeah.
She's got stage fright, and she was an owner surrender, so we're not really sure why the people brought her into the shelter. Usually it's because they can't take care of them anymore.
Right.
But she's as you can see, she's a very laid-back little dog.
Mm-hmm.
She's very quiet. She's a little scared. She just got moved to a different kennel at the shelter. She's been moved to our adoption floor.
Okay.
Right? If you're ready to go home, she loves to give kisses. And maybe she'll give you a kiss too, if you're lucky.
Probably.
She's got a little stubby tail.
Okay.
Like a boxer.
She's got a
Give you
very
kiss.
soft coat.
Yes, she does. And she's really a sweet little girl. I think from the way she's acting right now, I'd say that she could go into a home where people give her some time to get used to the place, get used to being around people. You know, we don't know what kind of situation she came from, so she might be a little bit scared.
Okay.
Right? You're really, really ready to love someone.
Okay, how long has she been with the shelter?
We've had her for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So she's had, of course, all her shots, and she's had her flea treatment, and she'll be microchipped before she goes home.
Okay.
So she's a sweet girl, and really in love.
Okay.
Give everybody your best look now.
Yes.
There you
go.
There you go.
So what would the typical family need to be like for her to, you know, acclimate to?
I'd say older children who would understand that she needs time to get used to the family. And I would guess that after she does get used to the family, she would be somebody that would enjoy going on a walk. She'd need a fenced yard. Right now, going on a walk, she gets down on her belly and kind of slithers. So I think she would get past that, though.
Yeah.
After she's not scared.
Walks are good.
Yeah.
Walks
so
are
just
good.
a family that would respect her shyness and her need to really get used to the family and feel trust in them.
Okay.
And I think, you know, they'd have to take her out to go potty because she is potty trained.
Okay.
Right? And see, she's already feeling better just being sitting here with us.
Yeah. So how would a family go about adopting Miss Brandy?
Well, we have an online adoption application at claiborneanimalshelter.com. And then, or they can come in and meet her and bring the family. We do recommend that they bring the family along. If you have other dogs, bring the other dogs along.
Okay.
And meet her, and then the adoption fee is $150.
Okay.
But that would be covering that she's completely up to date on her shots, she's spayed, and she'll be microchipped. And you get a wonderful, wonderful new friend for your family.
Yes.
It has to be a family that loves doggy kisses.
Yes, because she's given you a lot. I don't think she likes the taste of my makeup.
That's right. I don't wear any, so.
Yeah. All right, so.
See, that's it.
Yeah.
It has to be a family that doesn't wear makeup.
There you go. So don't wear makeup if you want Brandy. All right, so if you want to make Brandy a part of your family, go online or go visit the Claiborne Animal Shelter and see if you want to take this sweet little girl home with you today.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Welcome back. LMU basketball was on the road Wednesday night when they made the short 77-mile trip to Greenville, Tennessee to face Tusculum College. In the women's game, it was LMU who scored the first 5 points of the game before the Pioneers came racing back and finished the first quarter on an 8-2 run to lead after the first 20-14. In the second quarter, the two teams traded baskets for nearly 10 minutes, and Tusculum led at the break 33-25. As has been for the case for a lot of the Lady Rosebudder games this season, they came out of the locker room on a mission. LMU made up the deficit and took the lead with under a minute to go in the third on a pair of free throws. And in the fourth, LMU found a way to pull away from Tusculum, eventually leading by as many as 11 before winning 70-61. Megan Pittman led the Lady Rosebudders with 22 points and 16 rebounds. It's the first time since 2004 that the ladies have swept Tusculum in the season series. The Lady Rosebudders improved to 14-8 overall and 11-6 in conference play, with Newberry losing to Catawba and Anderson being upset by Carson Newman. That puts LMU in a three-way tie for second in the conference, only 3 games off the league lead. The LMU men, now ranked 4th in the latest national poll, were looking for their 17th straight win over the Pioneers. Both teams got out to a good start, with neither team getting away from the other until a pair of threes by Jalen Steele and Jarrell Simmons put LMU up by 8 with 8.5 minutes in. Tusculum brought the game back to within 2 points with 3:16 left in the first before LMU finished on an 11-2 run to lead at halftime 47-36. LMU increased their lead to 15 before the Pioneers used a 19-9 run to get back within 5. That would be as close as Tusculum would get. LMU increased their lead back to double digits, and while the Pioneers would not go away quietly, they would go down as LMU won 103-92. Jarrell Simmons led LMU with 34 points, while Dorian Pinson, Luquan Choice, Jalen Steele, and Curtis McMillian all scored in double figures. With the win, LMU improved to 21-2 overall and 17-0 in conference. Both teams will be back at home this Saturday when they play host to Newberry College. The women will tip off at 2 p.m. with the men's game scheduled to start at 4 p.m. LMU Sports Network will have coverage starting at 1:40 p.m. on 91.3 FM WLMU and LMU Community TV. Also, the men's game will be broadcast regionally on MyVLT out of Knoxville and WYMT's sister station, EYMT, in Southeast Kentucky. The LMU Athletics Department announced on Wednesday that Dan Dennis has been selected as the first men's volleyball coach for Lincoln Memorial University. Dennis will take over after leading a K2 16 Elite Club team in Knoxville this past season. Men's volleyball will become the 21st sport for LMU and will join bowling as the newest sports on campus when the next academic year begins in the fall. Men's volleyball will be played in the Mary Mars Gymnasium and is scheduled to begin in the spring of 2017. The LMU lacrosse teams were scheduled to have their first home doubleheader this weekend, but the threat of inclement weather has called for the cancellation of the men's game with Mercy and the postponement of the women's game with Asbury. The LMU baseball team is scheduled to start their home schedule this weekend with a 3-game set with Ohio Valley. Game 1 is scheduled for 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon, with Game 2 and 3 scheduled for Saturday at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Those games are weather permitting, and any announcement of a delay or cancellation will be on LMURailsplitters.com. The LMU softball team will be in Columbus, Georgia for the CSU Cougar Classic. On Saturday, they'll face Tuskegee and Young Harris, and on Sunday, they'll face host Columbus State and Georgia College. Again, go to LMURailsplitters.com for results over the weekend, and we will recap those games next week. Now, that's all for sports this weekend, but stay tuned. Joseph Lewis will be here after the break to let you know what movies are being released this Valentine's Day weekend when we return to LMU Community TV News.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Coming to theaters this week is Deadpool, the first of this year's numerous big-screen superhero action adventures in which Ryan Reynolds stars as Wade Wilson, a cancer-ridden Special Forces agent who, following a freak experiment intended as a cure, finds himself endowed with ace fighting skills, self-healing powers, and a newfound sense of irreverence originating on a chemical level. From there, Wade remakes himself as Deadpool, the fan favorite from Marvel Comics who originated as an X-Men villain and evolved into a beloved anti-hero. Though Deadpool is not connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, crossover with the X-Men franchise can be expected. Animator and visual effects artist Tim Miller makes his directorial debut here, and Firefly's Marina Baccarin co-stars as Wade's girlfriend Vanessa Carlyle, a character with an intriguing origin story of her own. Also new to theaters this week is Zoolander No. 2, a 15 years later follow-up to the 2001 fashion industry satire starring and directed by Ben Stiller. Stiller naturally returns as the terminally inept male model Derek Zoolander, alongside Owen Wilson as his rival-turned-cohort Hansel, both finding themselves targeted when a mysterious organization begins assassinating the world's most beautiful people. Penelope Cruz, Kristen Wiig, Fred Armisen, and Benedict Cumberbatch co-star alongside Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber in cameo appearances, and Will Ferrell returns as the outrageously maniacal fashion mogul Mugatu. Lastly for this week is How to Be Single, an adaptation of the debut novel by Sex and the City writer Liz Tuccillo. A relationship dramedy ruminating on modern romance, the film stars 50 Shades of Grey's Dakota Johnson and Pitch Perfect's Rebel Wilson, alongside Community's Allison Brie and Knocked Up's Leslie Mann. Nicholas Braun, Damon Wayans Jr., and Jason Mantzoukas co-star, and the film is directed by Christian Ditter, previously responsible for 2014's Lily Collins starring rom-com Love, Rosie. All three of these films can be seen in theaters nationwide starting this Friday, February 12th, and as always, be sure to check your local listings for special Thursday night screenings in the area. That's all for today in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
Now that's going to do it for this week's edition of LMU Community TV News Weekend Edition. We want to remind you this Saturday inside of the Tex Turner Arena, LMU does play host to Newberry College. For the women's game, it is the Play for K game, or better known as Think Pink, so wear your pink and come on out. The men's game again will be shown regionally on EYMT in Southeast Kentucky and also MyVLT out of Knoxville. But that's going to do it for everyone here behind the scenes of LMU Community TV News. I'm Adam Haley, and we'll see you next week with more news.